So first and foremost, we all agree that Christina was the villain, right? Christina is a bad villain, like
yeah, Christina and her dad were the main villains, and Ruby was the villain sidekick.
Villain sidekick.
Yep.
The villain sidekick.
She was the villain sidekick.
Ruby was too entrenched with Christina not to be on that side. She was playing both sides. She was a double agent, literally.
I think she was just collateral damage.
Yeah.
She was trying to. Everything that she accused Letty of, she was herself, and she just couldn't see it.
Do you think
she was just like a more responsible Letty?
Right.
There was a point in time where they could have given the book to Christina, or at least pictures of the book, and she was like, "I'll leave y'all alone. I'll never bother you. I'll never come back again."
Yeah.
I felt as if that could have been a clear sign of Atticus getting out of dying, at least for that night. At least for
See, he was still gonna have to die.
Yeah, regardless.
He was still gonna, but she was saying she
wouldn't come after that, man. Book or no.
So you think that she was still
would have given her infinite power, and what would she have done with it, right? Like that could have opened up so much more, so much worse.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
So much worse.
She could have took magic away from everybody except for her. And you know what? That brings another thing that I feel as if was another bad story point is Hannah, the spell. So I realized that all of this was a spell, a complicated spell that she created to be used in this instance to remove magic from everybody, right? Mm-hmm. So that was the worst spell that she could think of. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah, just taking magic. So really, that's about as creative as we could get. Is that like a times thing? Like, what is that? Like, that's no magic for real. That's all you're gonna do. That's all you're gonna do. Just no magic. Just no.
Maybe she understood the power of what it could do, and so she stripped it from them.
I don't know.
Cause she know more than what we knew.
I would be on some like Freaky Friday. I would be on something else. Like I would be like, we're gonna switch places. I don't know. I would have different ideas.
That's why you didn't
switch roles.
I mean, I just want what's fair. I just.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think that spell is like final, because clearly these spells can be broken and lifted. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It feels like most of these spells are temporary. Like even when the cop had, like, I guess the black person's skin and body on his, like he had it, and I guess he got shot or killed at some point, and he was saving his own life over again by taking all these. Like these spells don't seem. It almost feels like they're missing something to make these spells permanent. Because every spell that seems like was cast was lifted somehow. Like no spell was permanent in this show.
That's true. And I mean, I think that's what goes for what they were going for, because the main thing they were going for at the end was immortality, right? Like that was like the main goal that they were shooting for.
Yeah. But even immortality, there's something that can break that spell. It's not permanent.
There always is. But I thought that was one way that the story could have ended right there. And she was helpful up to the point. Like she just had given Letty invulnerability spell for something else. She was giving up information. She said up and down that she was an ally or whatever. And I felt as if that was one thing. Ruby dying off screen, like I thought that was kind of whack. Like you're dying off screen. Like why does Ruby have to die off screen?
I don't feel like Ruby's dead though.
Maybe that's what it is. It's the ambiguousness of knowing that she can be returned.
I mean,
like Ruby is going to be Christine next season.
No, I think she's probably dead beside William, in that coma state.
She is. Like they did that in that screen. They did a
flash
thing, and she was in the bed.
Oh.
Her body is still alive.
Yeah,
So
but
Christina about to use her body as a vessel.
Christina's
dead.
Christina's dead. She had her throat ripped out.
You can't come back from that. So
Yeah, that was.
She ain't come back.
You know
from
what I'm
that.
saying? She crushed it, man.
She figured something out where she transferred her spirit the moment she died.
She did something. You think she got slick? She could be that slick. I don't know. If
No,
slick the
because
whole
she ain't got no magic. She ain't got no magic.
You want to know why she's definitely dead? Because she was asking for help. So there was no plan. There was no like, I got this compartment right
here. Man, I don't trust it. It's some type of switcheroo done happened somewhere.
Where them townspeople come from, and where the hell did they go?
Huh?
Where the hell did them townspeople come from, and where the hell did they go?
That is true.
Like, are they dead? Is everybody? I'm feeling like everybody that lives on that like grounds is like a spirit or something.
Like, how they just pop up out of nowhere and then they just magically disappear?
They were super creepy.
Or were they those little vampire things turn human?
Nah, I don't think they turn human. I hope not. Because then that would mean that the people have been messing with the cows.
Maybe.
Which is.
I mean, the cows technically are giving birth. You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
Is it a dog? Is it a dog? But were there any issues that you guys had with it? Like, those were my main issues. Was really the development of Dee. You know what I'm saying? And I really feel as if she has great makings of being a mean and angry character, an anti-hero. In her own spin-off that I pray for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she definitely seems like she about to be that shadowy figure that no one knows where she is anymore. They can't find her. She out here, exacting black people's revenge or something. Yo. But my issue with this whole thing was how quick Uncle George died, man. I hated that. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Hey, so simply too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so simply.
I knew he was coming back at some point in the season. Like, I knew he wasn't dead, but he never came back to like serve any like real purpose after he died. Like, I'm thinking this man knows about magic. He believes. You know what I'm saying? He might be
too helpful.
Yo, he was helpful. He was helpful. He was supportive. He was nice.
You needed Montrose messing stuff up.
Yeah, Montrose was just sabotaging the whole thing.
You needed a person that understood what was happening and just messing it up.
Right.
I mean, I think it was.
It's like Montrose knows exactly what's happening, but he just tripping He's like the guy that just messes everything up on purpose.
Like, he knew everything way ahead of time, and I think he just didn't believe in Tick, which is part of my issue with Montrose. Like, he either didn't trust or didn't believe in Tick, or thought that what they were facing was too much. And I think it was one of those things of just really like a bad parent kind of spinning out of control. Like, I don't know what to do, but you're not going to do it. You're not here in my house. Get out of my house. Like, I'm going to follow you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to help you out. And then I'm going to kill the help that you guys got. And then I'm going to burn everything.
Fear.
And then tell you that I did it. And then, like, let you be my ass. Like,
but too, they alluded to the fact that he can remember things, like, photographically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did that even really come into play?
Yeah, because of the dysgraphia. I mean, not the dysgraphia, the dyslexia.
Wait, so he was remembering it wrong.
How does dyslexia work again?
You confuse numbers and words and stuff like that. And it looks wrong. But if I can tell you what I saw, right, then you can figure out what I'm talking about. Does that make sense?
It does. But then I feel like I would be frustrated with you because you still remembered the words wrong.
You remember the perfectly wrong.
Like, I remember what the book said.
So you can decipher. You can decipher it.
You gotta decipher it. You got no choice.
They had this man Montrose, the one reading off the spell, and I'm like, this man is saying the spell wrong.
That was a little bit confusing because I was like,
That's why the dog was black this time. It didn't have the right.
What's wrong?
Like, that's Montrose dog right there. That's the
one.
Montrose read that spell.
Right.
I still like he was a character that I didn't like, but I like to not like him. You know what I'm saying? Like he was still like, I don't know, like engaging as a character. I don't know.
It's a complicated man.
He's a complicated man, and I'm gonna leave it at that. He's a complicated dude.
I will say, because I said I was gonna circle back to it, I was quite peeved at how they killed off Yahima, because you don't see a lot of two-spirit representation, and to introduce that character and then to literally silence them.
Yeah.
Literally silence.
They're trying to have a second season now. They're trying to have a second season.
Nah. I mean, that's how they started off when they were first introducing like gay characters. They would like give them these tragic deaths and all this stuff. And it's like a terrible trope that they do of like, as if it's just, I feel like that was a huge misstep. And they could have, first of all, you don't see a lot of indigenous representation. Let's just start with that.
You know what?
And then to have a two-spirit representation that was like, wow, and like yank.
I mean, but really in 1920s, like how are y'all gonna do that? Like how are y'all?
I don't know. They could have figured it out. They could have figured it out.
You're right.
I mean, they look like a woman, so they could have passed, you know, as a Native American, I guess.
Trans people have always been around. They would have figured it out. They would have figured it out.
I mean, yeah.
Sorry, that's my little pet peeve. That really just ticked me off.
Was there
the ball sack, and I was like, whoa! I was like, hold up.
Now you look at boobies all day long. You be all right with a ball sack.
I caught me off guard because then you starting up here, but then you go down like, yo.
You're like, Like, oh.
Right.
You be all right.
Was there anything else that you guys had issues with in the show?
Not really. Anything you can think of?
No.